It's time to talk about this year's E3 and all the shenanigans that happened, specifically things that got me really excited. So, let's talk about it. Hello everyone, welcome to Nerd News. I am your host, Chris Chavez. And yes, today we're going to talk about video games, specifically E3's event. Now, if you're not a gamer or you're not familiar with E3 and this little tiny event that they hold every so often, well, you're in luck because I'm going to teach you. I'm going to show you the ropes, kid. Follow me. Now, E3 is a giant video game / computer game conference that happens every year in LA. I wish it would happen here in Seattle because Xbox is based in Seattle. Just saying, come on, just have E3 here once, just once. What do I have to do? Now, this event is packed with the top talent in this industry. Gaming developers, the gaming companies, you name it. Everyone that is involved in making a video game, they're there with their teams to showcase what they've been working on so that we, the consumers, can open our wallets and be like, you earned this because that looks darn good. Now, the games that are announced in this event, it ranges from the high-grossing companies to the small indie games and everything in between. This would be a very long video if I covered this to this to this to this. So what I'm going to do is just talk about some of the things that I got excited about. So hopefully you'll be excited and then we can communicate and become best friends. High five! So with that, let's just jump right into it, shall we? The first game on this list is called Elden Ring. So this game is created by the creators of Dark Souls and Game of Thrones creator George R.R. Martin. That's right, he is helping out with the video game. I'm already in based off of that. Now, when this game was announced at E3, they didn't show any gameplay, but they did, however, show the trailer for the game. Now, the trailer begins with some random guy with his body cracking, wielding something. And the dialogue goes that there is something that destroyed the ring, someone or something. And as the trailer goes on, you see battle sequences, you see a character looking up into the sky that looks like Blanca from Street Fighter, and he gets engulfed in flames. No idea what's going on, but the game looks absolutely stunning. Now, I know you can't go off of a game based off of the trailer because we don't know what the actual gameplay is going to be like. What's the mechanics? What's the story? All that stuff. But with George R.R. Martin attached to this, you gotta admit, there's some level of mystery. Get it? Video game joke. But there's just some mystery to it that draws you in and makes you want to play this game. Now, this game does not have a release date yet, but I'm sure it'll be 2020. That's when every game is coming out when they release this. It's like the next year. And the next game I actually talked about in a previous episodes, it's Star Wars. Star Wars Jedi: The Fallen Order. Now, when this game was first announced, they showed a little trailer. This time, they actually showed you a brand new trailer and gameplay, so you can actually see what it's like to be this iteration of Jedi. And like the previous Star Wars that came before this, the two Battlefronts, this game visually looks amazing. They got the graphics down so smooth, so crisp, and the way that you incorporate just the visual stunningness of this game and what you could do as a Jedi. I mean, who doesn't love Star Wars? Who doesn't want to force choke a Wookiee and throw your lightsaber at someone? It's just going to be great. But Star Wars does come out November 15th, 2019. So keep an eye out because it's going to be good. We can play together. So from video games, now we're going to move on to the actual hardware, and that of a brand new Xbox. It's called Project Scarlet. So Xbox is partnering with AMD to bring the biggest generation leap in performance ever in a console. Now, of course, they didn't mention the cost of this. They just talked about some of the details in the release date. So one main goal that every video game company strives to achieve is to eliminate loading times. They want to make the game seamless so you can go right into the game and do your thing. So that's why this year Microsoft is putting a lot of emphasis on the SSD. Instead of older, just clunky hard drives like the previous PlayStations and the Xbox in the past, they're going to ramp this up to give us one heck of a system. Scarlett is capable of both 8K resolution and 120 frames per second. Now this remains to be seen if the developers will utilize the 8K and the 120 frames per second. But like every new console that comes out, it gets us really excited as to how it's going to be utilized and what the developers are going to do with this brand new technology to bring us something that we all strive to have, and that is no loading screens. Sorry, Virtual Boy. Now the next game we're going to talk about, boy, it changed the way that we see first-person shooters because it was the first one of its kind to be this just prolific and this legendary, and that is Halo Infinite. So like everything else, we don't get gameplay, but we got a full-blown trailer of how this new installment is going to play out in the Halo franchise. So Master Chief is found floating in space, doing his Thor thing like in Infinity Wars, and he's brought onto the ship. He'd been reloaded and brought back to life and update his operating system because he runs off of, I was going to say Apple. He's with Microsoft. He doesn't run off Apple. So he's debriefed by the captain of the ship, and all of a sudden the ship gets attacked. And what does Master Chief do? He does his thing. He fights. Now the great thing about Halo is we don't really need to see gameplay footage to be excited for this and to plan to buy this game. Like I said before, it started everything with first-person shooters. And the release date is sometime in 2020, but of course, as things come out, people are going to lose their minds. And last but not least, a game that I am so excited about, it's Cyberpunk 2077. Now, Cyberpunk is a futuristic game where modification is normal. So you can modify your arm, you can modify the way that your vision is, you can modify anything on your body. It's a fully customizable open world set in the future where, gosh, everything and anything is possible. So they showed a trailer before, a teaser trailer, and they actually revealed some gameplay, and the gameplay looks amazing. There is so much to do that if they keep their promise as to all the side missions and story missions and online gameplay, if they keep their promise on how this is all going to work, this could be, in my opinion, a Destiny killer. But in this trailer, you get to see some of the shenanigans you can get into if you come across the wrong people, or yet again, if the consequences you make are negative, what happens to you? And the biggest part about this trailer, there's two things. One, at the end of the trailer, the character dies, he gets reloaded, and you see a character walking into frame, neck down. He starts saying some things, and he leans down and to help you back up, and it's Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves is in this game. And he's not only in this game, but after they show the trailer for their games, either the developer or the head of that studio comes out and talks about it. No, not Cyberpunk. Keanu Reeves walks onto the stage and does this.
Please welcome Keanu Reeves.
How's it going? Hello, Los Angeles. E3. Yeah. All right. Good to see you. Thank you. All right. I gotta talk to you about something.
So Cyberpunk comes out April 16th, 2020. You best believe this game already has my money. My money! But thank you guys for listening. If this is your first time here, please like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be notified of all future episodes. And remember, kids, never let go of your old video game consoles. Trust me, you'll miss them.